once they see the value, the fear goes away. It's just like how people once doubted using the smartphone. Now they just can't live without them. So I always tell my clients that you don't need to understand AI fully to benefit from it. You just need to start small and experience the results. So
At Elements of Culture, we sit down with experts in leadership and team building to explore the DNA that drives a thriving organization. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elements of Culture. My name is Taryn, and I'm joined with my co-host, Julie. And today, we're so excited to welcome Ankit Pathak to our podcast show. Hopefully I said that correctly, but you can correct me in just a moment. Ankit, welcome. We're so glad you're here.
same here, guys. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Yes, we're excited. So we're going to have lots of conversation, maybe even some cultural conversation as well. But I want to let everybody know you are the CEO of a company called ConsultAdd Inc., which is an IT consulting company with AI solutions. So before we get into the ins and outs of what your company does, tell us a little bit about your background, where are you joining us from, and then we'll get into the conversation a bit more.
Sure. I'll give you a brief introduction. I'll not take more than 30 seconds, although I speak a lot, but I'll try to be very brief today. Hi guys, hi everybody. My name is Ankit. I am the co-founder and CEO of ConsultAdd Incorporation, and we provide AI solutions. I born and brought up in India, but from past 8 years, I'm living in United States. I started my career 10 years back as a management trainee. And then I moved to a tech background where I started working with Centene as a Python developer. Then I worked with Amazon. I worked with Sony Music. So I worked with multiple clients. And then 2 years back, my own sponsored company, ConsultAdd, asked me that, hey, we are pivoting our business to AI. Are you interested to be our CEO? I said, why not? So while working for those big clients, now they are our partner. So I'm trying to help mostly small businesses if we can solve their current problems, whatever pain points they have in their business. So that's something my motive. And I work mostly on trust. I know there are agreements. I know there are like SOWs, but for me, building a trust is something that the first baseline that you have to do. So that's all about me. And in terms of fun, I am a fun-loving guy. I have a principle to be kind and humble. I manifest a lot, and that's worked for me. And in terms of hobbies, I love writing poetry. I love singing. I love Hindi classical music, and I'm a big-time sneakerhead.
Ankit, that's great. That's the best introduction we've heard so far. So I think, and you're multi-talented. So that's amazing because you write poetry. That's a first. I haven't heard that yet. So, Ankit, I would love to talk to you about this because I love you've helped. You're the CEO of this company. Talk to me a little bit because you're you're a multicultural company. You're international. Talk to me about how you keep your teams, and you're in India now with your team right now. Talk to me a little bit about how you help create one uniform company to feel uniformity. And there's something very interesting about your team in India too. They are under the age of 30. Is that correct? All the employees?
Yes, I am also like 15 years old.
Of course you are. Of course you're 15. Of course. I believe you. I believe you. So talk to me a little bit about team dynamics and how you keep the team and lead the team in a good, positive place. Even like during bad seasons, the economy can drop, sales can go down. The economy is changing. I think AI is changing. IT is changing. Business is changing. So many changes. How do you help keep, everybody in one company managing multiple teams? You're based out of New York. Talk to me a little bit about that. And I know you're really jolly, so you love being with your team. You said you're not even in your own office. You're just with the team right now. So talk to me a little bit how you keep that culture going and alive on the team.
Sure. So definitely we hire only young people, and we don't have anybody more than 30 in our company. Only me and the founder of the company is more than 30, although I am 18 by heart. But
Sure.
yeah, so that's something that I can talk about. But in terms of, first of all, I'll start with your first part in terms of the multicultural international company, and how do we keep everyone connected. So for me, the culture is the real operating system of company. Whether someone's in New York or a Pune, I want them to feel the same heartbeat. Okay, ownership, trust, and curiosity. We do that through open conversations, small celebrations, and reminding everyone that titles don't define people, impact does. So whatever you're doing, do it with loyalty. That's something we do. Okay. In terms of about your second part of your question is definitely all my employees are under 30, and in terms of how I lead such a young team. Okay, it's basically my favorite part, and I don't call myself a leader. I call them I'm their friend. Okay, and they bring energy, and I bring patience, although I'm not, but yeah, for a podcast I can say that. And together we build balance, and balancing in life is really important. It's personal, professional, you have to do that. So I tell them, don't work for the company, work for yourself through the company. And that mindset keeps them hungry, humble, and ready for any storm, whether it's a AI disruption or a changing economy. So that's something we are really important. So for me, their learning is something that I always look for. um, in terms of the positivity, what I try to bring on the floor is that by being real, I share the good news and a bad news the same day. And I think team follows transparency more than motivation. So everybody who's listening to us today, I'll tell you, be transparent to your employee, your colleagues. That's really important. Whether it's a good or bad news for them, be clear and honest. Honesty is something that's really important. And apart from that, I jokes around with them, so laughter helps. So I'm not typically corner office CEO. I am usually sitting with the team, sometimes even stealing their snacks as well. So that's something I do. So in short, at the end of the day, we are not just building AI, we are building trust through AI. That the mission I live by. Stay kind, stay curious, and never stop learning.
Wow, Ankit, are you hiring? Who doesn't want to work for a CEO like that?
I don't think we meet the age qualification.
I mean, this is just amazing. I want to highlight something though, because you actually said so many like really good things, and I do. So here's the thing. I think sometimes people have language, but they don't actually have a culture that backs it up. And I can see that you are genuine, Ankit, and I it makes me want to go visit your company. And I was serious. If you're hiring, anybody who's listening, go check them out. But you said something, culture is the operating system of a company. The show is called Elements of Culture. And I think sometimes we don't think about some of those fundamental things that are actually truly impacting the culture. And I love that you said building that trust and transparency, because that obviously can overflow into the business itself. So even into the AI, models and the AI teammates that you guys are building. That's so fascinating. I'm just like, I'm blown away. Okay, so let me ask you this. Julie was talking about the cultural aspect of having employees both in the States, but also in India. How do you go about with like communication because yes, you can be jolly, yes, you can have fun and be transparent, but there are also leaders that are like, well, sometimes you got to kind of lay down the law, right? Or rule with an iron fist. Do you ever find yourself like trying to navigate when to lead differently? Or is it just different because all of your teammates are younger?
Uh, Thank you, first of all. If you want AI agent, please contact us, guys. And even if both of you need a AI agent for your company, please talk to me.
Yes,
am,
we'll
that
talk. We'll talk.
uh, we will solve the issues in very minimal amount. So let me send you a contract right now to both of you.
You guys, look at this CEO. He's making a sale on a podcast. This is impressive.
So let's come to your point. Definitely, in terms of a culture, as I mentioned, that it's an operating system, right? That's a really great question. I don't really believe in leading with fear or with an iron fist. I believe in leading with clarity. And the truth is, when your team, especially a young team, understand the why, you don't have to enforce the how. They take the ownership naturally. And of course, there are moments where you have to be very, very firm. But even then, I remind myself, firmness doesn't mean losing kindness. And you can be decisive and compassionate about at the same time. Okay. I always say the best leaders don't create followers, they create clarity. And once people see the clarity, they drive the culture forward on their own.
Now that is great. I'm blown away too. Taryn's like me and her looking at each other. I love that because I think we heard we had a friend of ours and he would always say, clarity is kindness. Um, and when you're clear, you're being kind because you're helping people understand what's going on, what's happening, and helping them. It doesn't leave them in the dark, right?
Mhm,
The worst thing you could possibly do is leave out the details and let people feel the anxiety of not knowing something.
mhm,
And so I think always clarifying is good. I love that, Ankit. Ankit, you also have a few hundred consultants here in the US.
mhm.
Talk to me a little bit about an AI agent and the need for this. And you have passion for small business and helping small business. Talk to me about what your team is actually selling and how it's changing because I know right now AI is on the forefront and there's a group of people that are jumping on the wagon and there's a group of people that are very scared. What would you say to the group of people being scared after you tell me a little bit about what you guys do?
Sure, definitely. Great question. Honestly speaking, people nowadays, like, definitely there is a hype, or there's a bubble people call of AI, right? And a lot of people are scared to bring AI in their company. A lot of people are scared of using it. But imagine when there was a no phone or there was a no computer, we still adopted that, right? And uh, when there was no internet, then the internet came, people are scared. Hey, my data will be safe or not? When there is a cloud came, people adopted that as well. And AI is not uh, here to replace human. AI is there to argument with human, that we have to understand, right? And the reason why I love this question, because this is exactly what we are trying to fix for small businesses. At ConsultAdd, we build AI agents that take care of the daily repetitive work that steals your time. Things like managing leads, responding to customer emails, updating CRM, or maybe like filling out some form which is taking like too much time. Okay. Or maybe if you need a summary. So instead of replacing people, our AI helps them to focus on what really matters: relationship, creativity, and growth. Okay. And in our company, we don't sell any generic product. You can go on Google, search AI. Bunch of SaaS products are there. You have a chat GPT, definitely there's helping, but those are very generic. We have to understand that a generic product can definitely help you, but not with the accuracy. What we bring on the table is accuracy and customized tool. Imagine a tool who can think like you, who can talk like you, and work like you. uh, you can see yourself in a mirror, but in the form of AI, right? So about those who are scared of AI, I totally understand it, but I want to tell everyone this, that AI isn't here to take your job. It's here to take your job's boring part. Okay. So once you see it saves you hours every week, you stop fearing it and start enjoying it. And my goal is simple: make AI feel human, useful, and easy for every small business.
Mhm. That's so good. Ankit, I want to bring up something you mentioned to us before we started
Mhm.
the recording today. You said that your company actually took a pivot last year with
Mhm.
AI, and because you guys are a fairly large organization, how large is your team?
We have around like 1,000 employees, 1,000 plus, I would say.
But you made a quick pivot. Tell us about what you saw coming and how you went about doing that, because I think sometimes companies, maybe fear holds them back, maybe the unknown, right, with AI. How did you guys go about a pivot and then completely kind of changing your business model?
Mhm. Oh, very tough question.
That's a loaded question. You can share as as much as you'd like or as little as you'd like, but
The
I'm just
reason,
curious.
Mhm. No, the reason why it is like scared me because when me and the founder Bharat Bhate was in the conversation when we are doing staffing business, and one day he called me and he said that, "Do you saw that AI is changing the world? Can we do something there?" And I was like, we spoke around 4 hours, and I was like in a shock. I was so scared that we have 1,000 people. If you pivot from IT staffing consulting uh, to uh, to AI, how we are going to do it? We have a running business, understand that, where we are earning good, we have a good revenue, and we are helping a lot of clients by delivering the consulting and consultants to them. But now, sudden change. But after talking to him, I asked him. He said, "Yeah, are you all in?" I said, "Yes, I am all in, but give me some time." So I took a weekend. I read and did research about AI. And then after doing research, I realized that by 2027 or 2028, AI will be everywhere. It's not about that we're going to take your job, but that's something where everybody start using it. And we already see in our life, right? We whenever we have to ask something, we just go to ChatGPT, not on Google. Whatever we have to ask, we ask to AI. If I'm getting sick, I was like, "Hey, I am having fever today. Do I have a cancer?" That's something simple, right? I can ask AI anything, but I want. So last year, we saw one clear thing, that AI isn't just another tool. It was a new way of working. So instead of waiting, we decided to rebuild ourselves around it, and we took the same consulting DNA we had for years and starting helping clients build their own AI agents, and those tools actually work with their teammates, just like their teams, not replace them. And the first few months were hard. Definitely, it's very hard, and still hard because I have to take a lot of bunch of meetings. But still, it's very hard. But we had to retain teams, rebuild departments, even change our pitch, right? Because previously we have to sell something else. Now it's AI agent. But once people started seeing a result like saving hours daily or unlocking the new businesses, it becomes our biggest strength. So the lesson for me with this pivot was, don't fear the wave, learn to surf it. So who are listening to us, guys, don't fear it. If you want to pivot, if you want to change, do change. Come out of your uh, bubble and from your comfort zone. That's really important. It will be hard, but at the time you can learn and grow.
And Kid, do you find yourself with your clients and customers having to educate them a little bit more on AI? Are they hesitant? Are you finding yourself having to do that education piece? Because I feel like some people don't want to be left behind.
Mhm.
But at the same time, they're kind of weary of like, well, what is this agent going to say? Is it going to be kind? Is it going to be accurate? Like, there's all these questions because it's so funny to me. People find a lot of accuracy in themselves, and we all know human error is like the biggest, so I find it interesting. Now, mind you, I feel like when AI was first coming out, Taryn and I were playing with it a lot more, I think a few years ago. And so I feel like maybe, and we've heard a lot more from other leaders in regards
Mhm.
to it and what's happening. So maybe a little bit more excited about it and understanding it. But tell me a little bit how the education piece when you're going to market, when you're going to your clients and you're selling this product and you're advising, what's the education piece look like? What do they require? And or is the results enough? Are they willing to take the risk, see the results? Is that sufficient?
Mhm. Makes sense. In terms of like when 2 years back I shared was the story that I was also hesitant if I have to pivot it or not. And if you're running a business, hesitation definitely comes with it. People are scared um, to at least even like listen to us. When we started, when the first cold call we made, you're like, "Hey, I'm calling from ConsultAdd. We provide AI solution. Are you interested?" No, thank you. Simple. And that's a part of sales, right? But uh, definitely a big part of what we do is education first and sales later. As I mentioned that educating people are really important. If they don't know what like first of all, I have to educate my team. If they don't know what to sell, they cannot sell. Okay, if they don't know how what to create, they will not. And definitely uh, our clients as well, we have to educate them as well. So most clients are curious, but cautious that they have heard about AI, they just don't know how to fits into their business. So we don't throw tech terms at them. We show them real examples like. Um, Here's how this agent can answer your customer calls, or here's how it can save your time 4 hours a day. Imagine that if I will tell you that, hey, you don't have to come to a podcast to take podcast of your guest. We can create your avatar with the AI who can take the podcast, ask the question, and more interactive than you. You will say, "That's great. Bye bye, Ankit. We don't want you to take our job." So that's something. This is like how we educate people, and once they see the value, the fear goes away. It's just like how people once doubted using the smartphone. Now they just can't live without them. So I always tell my clients that you don't need to understand AI fully to benefit from it. You just need to start small and experience the results. So we don't sell directly. What we do is that we start with simple POCs. So we'll first talk to client, uh, understand their pain points, educate them, and after collecting all the data, we create a small prototype to give the glimpse that what we can achieve and what we can do. If they like the prototype, we will start with a small POC. I'm not asking them to, hey, throw me 100K, I'll build a agent for you. No, I'll start with the small POC where I first give them a proof of concept. Hey, this is something that you can build with AI and how you can change it. And once they are in, it's done. They started seeing the value.
Angit, I have one question. So, and things move quickly. It's like you're saying. I think that people are hesitant to adopt some things, but just like the cell phone, just like lots of other things. Do you feel like the AI, teammate thing solution? Do you feel like this is a crowded space yet, or is it still like there's so much opportunity? Like, what's your thoughts on that
Mhm. What do you think? If I ask you, both of you guys, do you see the crowded place in the podcast area as well nowadays? Or no?
for podcast? No, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Same. Every business have competitors, have the area is
Mhm.
crowded, and I actually think it's still early for most of the companies because people are still very hesitant to adopt AI, right? So
Mhm.
everyone is talking about AI, but very few are actually using it to solve real business problems. Most are still experimenting. When I take discovery calls, they come to me and just to explore what we are selling and how we can help them out. So I don't see it as a crowded. I see it as a wide open for people who can turn ideas into working product.
Yeah,
And the way I look at it, this is like the internet in 90s. A few people build website, a few build empire, and same with
sure.
AI today. If you can build a real useful teammates that actually make life easier, that's the endless opportunity ahead is still waiting.
I love that. It's kind of like the 90s. This is the 90s of AI, everybody. So, I want to ask you a question. In terms of customers, do you guys serve customers globally? Do you have customers kind of all over the world, or is it mostly Southeast Asia, or is it US based? And the direction I'm going on, Kit, is how does your go to market strategy change in terms of different cultures or different regions of the world?
Uh, Definitely. Very good question, I would say, because the reason, uh, uh, first of all, we deliver and globally. Okay, we definitely started with United States because the IT consulting staffing business that we had was only in United States. But when we started with AI, we thought that we cannot keep ourselves with one region. We have to grow globally as well. So we help a lot of companies all over the world. But definitely, my preference, if you ask me, it's US. But if anybody wants to come and use the AI, I love to help them. But yeah, we gradually expanding globally. And what's interesting is that the need of AI is universal, but the mindset changes by region. So in the US, it's all about speed and ROI. So how fast can it save my time or money, right? And in Asia, it's more about trust and precision. Can I rely on the system? It is secure. Every region have their own questions, right? And it depends on where are you reaching, and then by the time you will learn. But there's something that how we learn, because we are understanding the region wise what are the questions they are asking. Some people are afraid of security, some people are afraid of the results, some people are ROI people. So that's something where depends on that, and our go to market strategy always start with empathy. So we'll listen. Okay, we localize the message, and we build proof through result. So AI may be global, but adoption is always personal.
Yeah, I'm good. I love that. I'm thinking of a couple of conversations we've had with other people where we've seen them struggle with the go to market, and they had one go to market strategy and tried to use it in multiple places all over the world, and obviously it didn't work. And so they were talking about the difficulties of that. So I think that's great. And can talk to me a little bit on what does the future hold? What am I going to read on Forbes magazine about Ankit in 2 to 3 or 4 years? What are you guys planning as a company? What lays on the forefront? What can we expect in AI and IT world in the future?
Sure. So first of all, definitely I'll be on a cover page, and
Sure.
you can tell your friends and family that, hey, this is my friend Ankit. Now
Yeah.
here, see. So uh, jokes apart, but definitely uh, in few years, or maybe like in 2 3 years, I would say, not in few years, my goal is simple. I want ConsultAdd to be known as the company that made AI teammates and AI agent which are customized as normal as hiring as a real employee. You will see us building agents that can handle sales, HR, even customer service. So your next best employee might actually be digital, but with human touch, right? uh, a lot of people are scared that, hey, it is going to take my job. No, no, guys. And if you open Forbes, I just hope the headline says the chill CEO who made AI work for humans, not the other way around.
I love that. Ankit, well, thank you so much for joining us for this podcast. You've truly been just a lot of fun, and I can see that why you and your team might like to have fun together. But before we wrap up, do you have any bit of advice for leaders that are out there? Maybe they're in this position where they're trying to figure out how to pivot. Maybe they're trying to navigate this very quick changing business world. Has there been any like guiding thoughts that has helped you along your career journey, or anything that you'd like to encourage leaders with?
Mhm. Sure. So I think if I have to start, um, I'll start with that. First of all, don't be afraid of to pivot, even if it means starting a small again. Okay, and even a big leap I have taken started with one uncomfortable step. And also take care of your people. Tech will evolve, AI will evolve, but kindness and clarity will always stay the best leadership tools, right? Make sure that you always whenever you make decision, think like customer, think like your employees. Whatever decision you are making, always be in their shoes and then make a decision. That's something what I believe in. That's why I don't have a cabin in my office. I sit with my people at the floor, and that's something I have learned. Lead with the heart, and the growth will follow you. That's really important.
Beautiful. So well said. Thank you, Ankit, for joining us for this beautiful conversation. So appreciate it today.
Thanks to you guys. I really appreciate and enjoyed the conversation. Your questions were really amazing, and I know that you interviewed a lot of people, and uh, I do jokes around. So thank you so much. This was honestly more fun than most of my board meetings.
Good to hear it. Thanks, Ankit. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.